way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hey guys, you're listening to the Chinese Pod. This is an elementary lesson. My name is John.
大家好, I'm Dilu.
And today we're talking about the important topic of lending money.
And between friends, good friends.
Okay, so this is going to end well.
Well, you never know. Sometimes it doesn't work.
All right, but we're not concerned about that. We're concerned with how do you say lend? Can we have that word before we listen to the dialogue?
Yes, it is 借, 借, fourth tone.
Okay, J-I-E, fourth tone, 借.
That's right.
So we're going to hear this word used to mean lend. And we'll talk more about it later, but first the dialogue 3 times.
对话第一遍。
喂，洋洋，
哎，怎么了？
可以借我点钱吗
借多少？
2万。
这么多？
我家里有点事儿。
我没有这么多，1万行吗
？1万也行，谢谢了。
第二遍。
喂，洋洋，
哎，怎么了？
可以借我点钱吗？
借多少
？2万。
这么多？
我家里有点事儿。
我没有这么多，1万行吗
？1万也行，谢谢了。
第三遍。
喂，洋洋。
哎，怎么了？
可以借我点钱吗？
借多少
？2万。
这么多？
我家里有点事儿。
我没有这么多，1万行吗
？1万也行，谢谢了。
And now the translation.
喂，洋洋。
Hey, Yang Yang.
喂，洋洋。
Hey, Yang Yang.
喂，洋洋。怎么了？
What's wrong?
怎么了？
What's the matter?
怎么了？可以借我点儿钱吗？
Could you lend me some money?
可以借我点儿钱吗？
Could you lend me a little money?
可以借我点儿钱吗？借多少？
Lend how much?
借多少？
How much?
借多少？2万。
20,000.
2万。
20,000.
2万。这么多。
So much.
这么多。
So much.
这么多。我家里有点事。
Yeah, I'm having some family issues.
我家里有点事。
Yeah, I'm having some family issues.
我家里有点事。我没有这么多，1万行吗？
I don't have that much. Is 10,000 okay?
我没有这么多，1万行吗？
I don't have that much. Will 10,000 work?
我没有这么多，1万行吗？1万也行，谢谢啦。
10,000 is also fine. Thank you.
1万也行，谢谢啦。
10,000 is also okay. Thank you.
1万也行，谢谢啦。
Okay, so we're talking like over $1,000, huh?
That's quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
Let's look at how it started.
Okay, so one of the friends' names is what again?
洋洋，洋洋。
Is that second tone neutral?
That's true. Well, if you hear a word said 2 times, like being doubled, it's probably a nickname.
Ah, okay. Got it. So then the friend says, what?
怎么了？怎么了？
Okay, now we translated 怎么了 as what's wrong or what's the matter. It's frequently used when it looks like something's wrong, right?
Well, I would say frequently, but not always.
Okay, so it's a good way to ask what's wrong, but it could just be kind of like what's up, right?
Yes. 怎么了？怎么了？
Okay, now here's the key question about can you lend me money? How does it go?
可以借我点儿钱吗？可以借我点儿钱吗？
Okay, so we're asking 可以, and it's a yes/no question, so we end in ma. The verb again is
借J-I-E, forced tone.
okay. So 借 means to lend, and 借我钱 means lend me money, right?
Exactly.
So the order is exactly the same as English.
That's right. 借我钱，可以借我钱吗？
And then again, the order is exactly the same to say lend me a little money.
That's right. 借我点儿钱，借我点儿钱。
Okay, so this seems totally easy, but there is one little trick that we should mention, right?
It is about the verb 借. In this sentence, it means lend, obviously, but this word can also mean to borrow.
Okay, so you might hear 借 being used to mean borrow, but in this pattern, it always means lend, right?
对
When you hear this sentence, you know they're asking you to lend them money.
That's right. 借我钱，借我点儿钱。
Okay, we're not going to go into the other patterns in this lesson, but so of course, lend how much, right?
对，借多少？借多少？
Could I just say 多少钱 instead of using the word 借 again?
That also works.
Okay, so how much is it?
2万，2万。
Okay, now remember one, fourth tone, that's the special Chinese numerical digit which corresponds to 10,000 in English.
That's true.
So in Chinese, it's not 10 of anything, it's one of this 10,000 unit. So of course, if you want to say 20,000, it's,
2万，2万，
and 10,000 is,
1万，1万。
okay, not too bad.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chinese Pod Trivia. Our first question is, how long will it take you to become an intermediate Chinese speaker using the Chinese Pod app? Is it A, the rest of your life? B, you should already be an intermediate speaker? C, 3 months? Or D, Chinese Pod has an app?
You should already be in.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, 3 months. That's right. Head over to ChinesePod.com now to register for your access to over 4,000 lessons. Get the Chinese Pod app now on Google Play or the App Store.
But anyway, in China as well as in the States, this is a lot of money, right? So what's the reaction?
这么多，这么多。
So 这么 meaning like so.
对
这么 is fourth tone neutral.
，You're right. 这么，这么多，这么少，这么热。
Okay, so you can put that in front of an adjective and it's pretty common, right?
对。
What are some other examples? The ones you just said where you said them so fast.
Oh, sorry. 这么多 is in our dialogue. And
Right.
I also said 这么少.
Like you order some food and they hardly give you any, you could say 这么少.
That's right. And then
Okay.
you can also say 这么热
So hot. Sounds like you're talking about Shanghai in the summer.
or 这么贵.
Ah, right. Actually, when I meet Chinese people, they frequently say to me, 这么高.
Because you're very tall.
Exactly. Okay, so it's very common in exclamations.
对. And then here comes the second most complicated sentence in this podcast.
Ah, right. The reason for why she wants to borrow the money, right?
对，我家里有点事。我家里有点事。
Okay, so let's break this down. 家里 usually means inside the home, right? Like at home.
That's true. However, sometimes it can also refers to your family.
So like in your family.
That's true.
Okay. So in this case, it's in her family, right?
对，家里有点事。家里有点事。
So this diar is the same as earlier in the dialogue, right?
对，借我点儿钱。借我点儿钱。家里有点事。
So 有事 is the key phrase here, right?
对
So to have a thing, to have some matter, it refers to like a problem, right?
some family issues.
Something kind of private that they don't want to talk about, apparently.
Yeah, I feel like Chinese people say that quite often. Like 我有事 or 家里有事
But why the diar?
to make it sound less serious, maybe?
Okay, so this phrase, 家里有点事. So when else can we use this phrase? Obviously, it can be used as a reason for needing to borrow money.
Yes.
All right, what else?
Let's say if you want to get a day off work,
Uh-huh.
you can call your boss and be like, 我家里有点事. Can I ask for a day off?
Okay, and that's a viable reason.
That's true. And also, I will be late for work because 我家里有点事.
Ah, like the kid went crazy and did something and the dog, messed up the house and all this stuff.
Does that happen to you sometimes?
Yeah. Okay, anyway, moving on. The person doesn't have that much money, right?
对. She says, 我没有这么多. 我没有这么多. 1万行吗? 1万行吗?
So is 10,000 okay? So this 行, second tone, right? X-I-N-G, second tone.
That's true.
Is it kind of like 可以?
Yes, the meanings are really close. 1万可以吗? 1万行吗?
So is that okay? Is that all right? 行吗? Okay, and does it work?
1万也行. 1万也行.
Okay, that's also okay, so we add the yeah, right?
All right, so it seems like they're really good friends and you don't even need to ask why to lend your friends so much money.
Yeah, I want to ask you some more about that, but let's listen to the dialogue 3 more times first.
Okay.
对话第一遍。
喂，洋洋，
哎，怎么了？
可以借我点钱吗
借多少？
？2万。
这么多？
我家里有点事儿。
我没有这么多。1万行吗
？1万也行，谢谢了。
第二遍。
喂，洋洋。
哎，怎么了？
可以借我点钱吗？
借多少
？2万。
这么多？
我家里有点事儿。
我没有这么多。1万行吗
？1万也行，谢谢了。
第三遍。
喂，洋洋。
哎，怎么了？
可以借我点钱吗？
借多少
？2万。
这么多？
我家里有点事儿。
我没有这么多。1万行吗
？1万也行，谢谢了。
Okay, so here's my question for you. You said that they're good friends, right?
Probably.
Like you wouldn't ask someone who's not a good friend for 20,000 RMB, right?
I wouldn't personally.
Okay, probably most people wouldn't. But if it's such a good friend, why wouldn't you tell them why you need the money? Because in our culture, if you ask someone for money, you got to tell them why you need it. Otherwise, they're not going to give it to you.
What if the reason behind borrowing money is very embarrassing and very awkward?
Well, they're your friend. You can tell them, right?
What if it's something really bad?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I still feel like this person who wants to borrow money had some issues telling the friend of the reason.
Maybe it's embarrassing for someone else in their family, not them personally.
Yeah, I had this kind of experience before. Not lending money, but when people say, "Oh, can I ask for a day off because 我家里有点事," and then I'll usually ask follow-up questions like
什么事?
怎么了? To show your concern, to just,
Right.
I wasn't, trying to
Be nosy.
yeah, like to ask for their privacy, issues, but it's always good to know the reason behind things.
And so you're saying it turned out to be quite embarrassing?
If it's really embarrassing, people will still be like, 家里有点事.
Just like repeat it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we finish up today, though, let's go over the way to ask to borrow money one more time.
Oh, okay. 可以借我点钱吗? 可以借我点钱吗?
Can you lend me a little money?
That's right.
All right. So that's all we have for today. We are at ChinesePod.com if you have any other issues.
We'll see you next time. 再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
1984.
So just go to www.chinesepod.com/1984 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/1984.